They got it wrong, man. They missed it.
Okay.
Missed the bullseye on this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have the Rockets playing the Lakers and the Warriors playing the Mavericks instead of the Rockets playing the Warriors and the Lakers playing the Mavericks?
You said the boogeyman.
Yeah, I said the boogeyman got at the Clippers.
Who's the boogeyman?
So they first started out
Oh, I know who the boogeyman is.
who?
Let me guess. Pablo Torre.
There you go. All right, all right, all right. Oh, man, the wing is back in full effect, back in the building, man. It's your boy DP.
It's your
What's
boy KP. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. At, oh, let's see what Alf sucks. That mock draft is already in the building. What's good, Alf? Uh, he's talking about this trade already.
We gonna get to it, man.
Yeah, he's talking about this trade. Might as well go right into it, man. Like,
Hey, man. Some people waste no time.
yeah,
Ice Trae did.
Ice traded. I like it. Uh, I don't know, man. We were talking about the Wizards roster a while ago, and it was like, what are they doing? Like a lot of the same type of guys who do the same type of thing, young guys,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, what's the direction of the team? Um, they've been struggling for a minute, man, and I'm not sure that the Trae Young trade makes them. Well, let me back it on up. Pause. The Trae Young trade does not make them a contender right now.
Correct.
Doesn't at all.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is has to be the first of many moves that they plan to make.
The
Right?
stepping stone.
Yeah. So you make this type of move, and I know you'll get into the details because you told me like, what he has as far as his contract, his player option, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you make this kind of move, and you have to ask the question: are they going to build around Trae Young? And if that is the case, is Trae Young the type of player that you can build around when constructing a championship roster?
Okay. Was that a question for me?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, shit.
Okay. Hey man, I wanted you
He's
to.
a,
I was kind of listening, like, okay, let me let you cook for a little while.
Al, by the way, before you start cooking, Al said ice traded is crazy.
So Trae Young did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals
Mm-hmm.
one time. It was early on in his career, and I don't think people realize how difficult that is. Not even to make it to the championship, let alone win a championship, but just getting to the finals of your conference to have a chance to play for a title. He did that, and he's only did that one time. He
I
was
say
ice.
that to say it only happened once.
Yeah, it only happened once, and so it's like Atlanta's continuously made moves, right? You bought in DeJounte Murray. That didn't work with Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
Um, They brought in Dyson Daniels, and I'm not saying Dyson Daniels was gonna get him over the top, but I'm just saying you got Dyson Daniels, heck of a defender. Um, you've had the number one pick in Zachary Richashe, which
Hmm.
he's still got a ways to go in developing.
And
Um,
when they made that pick, I think we both agreed. Like, is this a developmental pick?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
As the number one pick is crazy.
right, right.
Yeah. Um, you'd have a bright spot in Jalen Johnson. And what seemed to happen is that Trae Young got hurt and the team rallied around each other. Nikhil Alexander Walker started playing better.
Hmm.
Um, Jalen Johnson started playing better. Jalen Johnson was hurt last year, by the way, but he's playing better this year. Like different guys stepped up, played well to the point to where, unfortunately, Trae Young's injury made him expendable. And you start looking at him like, damn, is Trae Young the reason why we can't get over the hump?
Well, are they over the hump? They ain't over the hump.
They're not, but I
Like,
mean, but you got to start. You start asking yourself, and you start looking at it for the long term, and you're like, man, we've got rid of coaches, we've got
okay.
rid of players, and it's still not turning the corner. And then when you're injured, we seem to be kind of turning a corner and going in a different direction in terms of being competitive.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering, the way you framed it was like Trae Young's absence is showing that they're better and it's like they're over the hump. I'm like,
No,
they
they're not over the
still,
hump, but
yeah, they,
they're trending in a positive direction
well, I
without
mean,
him.
episodes ago, I said to you that I think that the Atlanta Hawks could be a sleeper type team that surprises you, gets to the playoffs, and
Yes.
maybe makes it competitive in the first round. Nah, probably not win.
Mhm.
Maybe something like a Detroit from last year, but that may be putting too much on it too.
Yeah, because Detroit now
Yeah,
looks
because
like
I
it.
don't see that. Yeah, I don't see them having the follow up of what
Yeah,
Detroit is. That's why I'm saying
yeah.
that may be putting too much on it. But I am saying that they have young talent. And
Mhm.
I remember I was driving one day and we were on the phone and I was saying that Atlanta seems like they're better. And I asked you, does the youth, um, for the Hawks, the guards particularly, make it a situation where Trae Young gets moved? And now here we are, and Trae Young is getting traded.
On the outs.
Yeah, I mean,
On
but he was ready to go. It seems right. So it seems like it was a mutual type deal. But what are the details of this, man? Who got what and what's going where?
Okay, so let me start off by saying shout out to the Washington Wizards, especially if Trae Young opts into his player option next year, because they made this trade and they didn't give up any draft capital.
Which is
Um,
crazy.
and I believe that their overall pick, next year's overall pick, is going to the New York Knicks. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So they don't have a pick anyway to trade, not a first round pick. So
And next year's draft.
yeah, and yeah, well, yeah, in 2026 because we're in
Well,
2020.
this in
Yeah,
the next draft, I should
yes,
say.
yes. So details of the trade is that the Washington Wizards traded C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert for Trae Young. And so Corey Kispert has played 5 NBA seasons, came from Gonzaga, shooter, career 38% 3-point shooter. So, pretty good. CJ McCollum, the CJ McCollum experiment in terms of playing him at the point guard spot in Washington um, hasn't been what they've wanted. But I also know that Washington has like a couple older guys and it looks like they're trying to phase them out for the young roster that they have. So, it's CJ McCollum is one. And I know what's the Chris Middleton is
Mm,
another one.
mm.
And I'm in my mind looking at that roster, those would be the two guys that you know get up out of there
Yeah, I
and
mean, when they sent them there, I was like, they not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna turn the franchise around.
yeah,
Like Middleton going to the Wizards. Um, you think he was happy about that?
that was punishment. You put
Right. I mean, listen, I said to my brother earlier, you and I'm wondering like if Trae Young initiated these talks and wanted to go, somewhere, the Wizards were one of his preferred destinations.
no, you don't prefer to go to Washington. You you got
But
Washington.
they had it on the list with the other teams. It was like the Lakers, Wizards, and I think that there were two other teams on there.
Yeah, look, sometimes you throw a team on there to throw the stench off, or get the scent. You don't want people to know where you really want to go, so you're like, man, let me put the Wizards, and they're like, oh yeah, 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 okay. Either
Well,
that or Trey wanted to he wanted some chocolate and was like, let me go to
seeing it at
Chocolate
Chocolate
City
City.
and get busy.
Uh,
Play
hey,
some of that go-go music for me, baby.
Scotty Boy says, do you think those two get bought out by any chance? Are you talking about McCullum and
Kispert.
Middleton or Kispert? Or are you talking about Middleton? Because Middleton is still with the Wizards and they could be buying him out because he's not in the future plans, especially if he's there like, hey man, just send me somewhere. Like get me out of here. You know.
Baby boy.
Yeah, he could. Hey, he could be saying. Okay, so he is saying. So Scotty Boy specified that he's talking about C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton. So, do you think C.J. McCollum gets bought out and Middleton gets bought out? McCollum would be a buyout with the Hawks. Middleton would be a buyout with the Wizards because he's still there.
Um,
McCollum, I could see
I was going to
potentially being one because what do they really need McCollum for if
say
you
you
didn't
don't.
if you didn't need Trae Young?
Yeah, you don't.
You already have the young guards.
Yeah. Um, McCullum, somebody's going to Houston.
McCollum would be great.
Yeah, somebody's going to
CJ McCollum in Houston would be a move.
so yeah, somebody's going to Houston. I don't know if it's McCullum this year
It
or
could be.
Trae Young when he doesn't opt into his contract
so,
next year.
so he ain't gonna mess with the Wizards going forward, is what you
Yeah,
saying.
he's that.
This
Yeah,
was a smooth way to just get out. So look, CJ McCollum went to Lehigh, right?
yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's low key become a journeyman.
in his latter years, he has since he's left the
The Blazers,
Trailblazers. Yeah,
Al Squad, since he's left Al Squad. He's he still has game though. Like,
he's nice.
yeah,
I
I think he's nice for
and,
sure.
and Scotty Boy is saying some of the same things in the comments. Um,
Hey, and
I
Alf even said they miss CJ in Portland. I remember I took my son and one of his friends to a game, the Blazers against the Clippers when McCullum and Lillard were still there,
I remember
and
you
and
calling me.
McCullum was cooking, man.
Yeah, I remember you calling me and telling me about CJ McCollum,
McCullum was
seeing how he
cooking,
looked in person.
but I already knew that he was nice. But seeing him there, I'm
Seeing
like,
it in
yeah,
person is
yeah,
different though.
yep. I'm like,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
this dude is
smooth,
legit. Yeah,
smooth. I remember at one point I was like, I don't know who's the smoothest players were CJ to me, CJ McCollum and Bradley Bill at one point. Like, man, them dude, and I just,
yeah. CJ McCollum is smooth,
a different what a difference a couple of years makes.
man.
But was to what Scotty Boy said, Scotty Boy agreed. He thought he was gonna say the Rockets and was saying because they need a point guard. I I have to see McCollum at the point. I like him at the two, and I know we say this
Uh,
positionless basketball. I'm just saying I want to see it.
you don't think you saw him playing point in Portland?
Yeah, but it was him and Dame Lillard. It,
Okay. What's
nah,
your point though?
it was a little different
It,
because they could switch off. If he goes to Houston, he's the primary guy.
yeah, but they still have other people who can bring the ball up court. So I don't see that it would be too much pressure on him.
It's not the
Like,
pressure. I don't. I wouldn't use the word pressure. Um,
please let me
yeah.
know what you would
No, no, no.
use because I'm wondering.
I guess in a sense it would be pressure. I'm thinking those last 3 minutes. How are you going to consistently get them good looks in those last 3 minutes of the game? Because that's to me that's where the Houston struggle is.
Yeah, he could run a set.
Okay, is
Like CJ McCollum is solid with the basketball. He's not turning it over. Like he could get you into a set. And most times when you getting down to that point, it's really clear out basketball anyway. They're putting the ball in probably Durant's hands.
I've seen them lose a couple though because they didn't have the guy getting them in and it was early in the season. But I'm saying when Sangoon was bringing it up, and I'm like,
Yeah,
come
but he's
on.
not.
And then Durant was just working too hard to bring it up, then
But
trying
that's
to
because they
score.
don't have the guard to do it right now.
True.
Right? You got Thompson handling the ball a lot too.
Yeah.
Like really you'd be taking pressure off of the other guys, I think, with CJ McCollum. And yeah, I feel like in the last 3 minutes at this point in his career, like he's savvy. You just went through talking about how smooth he is. Like you don't think he could handle the last 3 minutes when getting Houston into where they need to
I
be?
said I want to see.
Okay. You also said you want to see him play the point, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
this
said I want.
this he played the point.
Yeah, I said I want to before I just automatically stamp it. I just want to see.
Okay. I think it would be a good move. It's an upgrade from the situation that they have right now.
Okay, point taken.
Oh, I thought she was about to say it's not. I
No,
was
no,
I
no,
was like,
no.
whoa, wait, hold on.
Man, um,
And Scotty
shout out,
Boy said Houston don't need a traditional PG. They need a ball handler who could dish and shoot.
pause.
Here you go.
uh, and Alf sucks at mock draft. Scotty boy, I hope you paying attention to this. Because Alf sucks in mock draft. Did the Blazers win the last time you went? Because I know it was 40-1 or 41-1.
Oh, it's 40-2, whatever it was. 40-2 right now.
Okay, so Scotty boy, every time Alf goes to the Blazers games, it's almost a guaranteed win. So they're 41-2, thanks to DP speaking that curse on them when they played the Clippers.
Hey, he said he addressed me last time. He addressing your ass because he said he had to round out the hate watches for this season. So he going to watch your squad, going to watch him play against your squad.
Oh man.
Hey, Alf, they'll probably win this one.
Hey man, listen,
The Blazers will probably take
it
this
comes
one.
to money, I'll bet against my team. I I don't care.
He said, and Alf said, to be clear, it's 41-2.
Okay. 41-2. Yeah.
Okay. He said Splash Mountain did him in this last time in the 2019 Warriors.
Shout out to Brooke Lopez, man. Born on April 1st. It's a great day to be born on, man.
Wow. Wow. Hey, look. Hey, look. Scotty Boy said he's betting them and he's serious.
Yeah.
Well, no, Scotty Boy, he talking about when he goes to watch him against the Lakers.
When he goes to watch the game. So he's going when they watch the Lakers.
When they play him.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. He said,
Hey
huh?
man, listen, man. Never doubt a person born on April 1st, man. Duh. Duh.
KP trying to tell y'all when he was born.
Hey man, best day of the year, man. Best.
Okay, it says Out said he saw a stat where they're the eighth best defense in the league by defensive rating with Young off the floor, and by far the worst with him on the floor, which is
Telling.
it is. I'll ask this though: has he ever been known as a defensive guard, a defensive player?
No,
So
but that,
anybody who makes the move is getting him, knowing we're getting him for his offense.
absolutely. Remember Durant had this conversation. I think it was with Nash and LeBron. Remember when he was talking about the 6'2" guards,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Man, we just gonna pick on you." Basically, jabbing Bronny. We just gonna pick on you and keep switching, and essentially that's really what the NBA is doing.
yeah, but I would. It's a crazy stat or a crazy thing for Alf to point out because that's not good when
No,
your star player is essentially giving
the liability.
no
Well,
offense.
yeah,
But again, look at the NBA in its entirety. I could point to your squad, KP.
mhm.
Does Luca play defense?
Oh
It.
no, it's talked about
Uh,
so bad.
I'm just saying, like,
No, he doesn't.
is he a good defensive player?
No, he doesn't.
So he's a bigger player giving you the same thing that a Trae Young gives, which is mainly just his offense.
The damn, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Getting old right here.
Oh shit.
But no, this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, back in the day, when someone could only do one thing, they were one dimensional, and
Yeah.
you really couldn't get on the court if you were one dimensional.
Unless it was time to use that dimension.
Yeah, but now they're specialists.
Yeah.
You do one thing, you're a specialist. Oh yeah, he shoots the ball, he's lights out.
But
Uh,
but does anybody really play? Okay.
no, no, and that's what,
OKC plays defense. The Spurs play defense. Ime Udoka is trying to get Houston to be a defensive type
Detroit
team.
plays defense.
Detroit plays defense.
I would say the Knicks play
The
well.
the
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 Knicks around,
Pacers.
yeah, the Knicks around Brunson
Yeah.
because they got the wings. Like
Yeah.
they play
They play
defense.
defense. Um I mean, I guess there's some teams. How many
Tyson
did we?
Daniels plays
Yeah,
defense.
Atlanta plays. Well, just by what Alf is saying right here. The
Yeah,
young guys play when Young is off the floor and the young ones are on, like they're playing better defense. But remember what I said before was also that Atlanta seems to be a scrappy type team,
yes.
like a Indiana Pacers type. Like, do they really have a superstar on their squad?
And
No.
you asked that question before, and I said, "You talking about the Pacers or you talking about Atlanta?" Now,
Well, we
either or,
either or, yeah.
either one. Yeah,
You know, I I'm not saying that and again, I'm not saying that Atlanta is going to do what the Pacers did. They are not. Like, this is a trade between two teams who are not really true contenders. Like, Atlanta has to do more to put themselves in a better position, and Washington has to do a lot.
this was a trade between two teams. One that's driving a mini bike, so they're going somewhere. They're just not going really really fast, and the other team doesn't even have a motor, so
Yeah,
the,
pretty much.
the age is
Yeah,
stuck. Like, man,
yeah. One's on the moped, the other's on the scooter. They
push
are
scooter.
going.
The-
Yeah, they kicking and pushing like Lupe Fiasco and not going nowhere fast. So, yeah, neither I don't see either one of the teams going anywhere, to be honest. And that's just keeping it real, man. Like, but you gotta make moves, man. Like maybe it's just a stale situation with Trae Young. But
Perhaps
but to not get
draft.
like
Well, they don't.
draft capital or something back, right? Like it's almost like he's walking. And if what Scotty Boy is asking about happens and McCullum gets bought out, then it's really like you did it for nothing.
Yeah, you did it for
You
Corey Kispert.
or you just did it to offload the contract.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing: Trae Young is probably gonna. I mean, yeah, I guess when it's all said and done, because like, yeah, Atlanta just gave him up. Because I guess you look at it as like, well, look, man, he's not re-signing with us. And then you look at the Wizards, he's probably not going to re-sign with the Wizards.
Well, he has the player option, right?
He does.
And you
40,
said it was for how
49 million.
much? 49 million.
Yes.
So he may exercise that if he doesn't have the deal that he's looking for. If
True.
he doesn't have the long-term deal at a destination where he wants to go, he'll exercise it. So if that's the case, did Atlanta get themselves out of a situation that the Lakers couldn't get themselves out of
With LeBron.
with LeBron?
Two things. So I want to go back. So to answer your question first, yes, they did. So I want to answer that. But can you repeat what you said about him in the player option? You
So
said
I
if he finds
I said if he doesn't find a destination where he wants to work, where he wants to go and work out a long-term deal, he may just say, I'll get this 49 mil right now for this year and figure it out after that.
okay, so the reason I wanted you to say that is like think about that. He's already shopping. The agent is already shopping the places
Yeah,
prior to him hitting the market.
right.
I mean, uh, uh, by all definitions of this is collusion because it's business being done before it's really supposed to be. When you hit free agency, then you're supposed to talk to the teams and the franchises. But based on what you're saying, he's already gonna have a decision, and he's already gonna know
Well,
prior to
is it
opting
different?
in.
Is it different though when the team gives you permission to seek out a trade partner?
Well, technically, it is different because they're giving you permission.
Right,
But
but that's what
whether
I'm saying. So it wouldn't
whether
be
they give him permission or not, it's still going to be done. Let
no, and I agree with that, but I'm saying like maybe the Wizards wouldn't be upset about him not resigning either because I don't know. Do they have him in long term plans? That's why I asked. Do you think the Wizards got him saying we're building a team around you?
no, I don't think so. But I mean, if I'm the Wizards, I can't get I can, and you come and ask me that, I'm going to politely tell you no because that gives you way too much leverage. I'm gonna say like, nah, I'm sorry, you can't do that because maybe I do want to take on that salary cap for one more year to find a place to send you to get some kind of asset for you, as opposed to letting you walk. And I didn't.
But he has the leverage anyway because it's a player option.
No, he has the leverage, but you're gonna have to exercise that or just go into free agency. I'm not gonna say, hey, you can go and talk to
No,
other.
I was saying that in terms of with Atlanta,
Yeah.
they gave the permission
Okay.
because it was time. Like he
Yeah.
said he wanted to go somewhere, at least from what I was reading. Then you grant the permission to the player to say, all right, well, if you could find a place and we can work it out, cool. Like start doing your thing.
Okay.
When they do that, then it's fair game, right? Because
Oh,
you
absolutely. I
guys
was
are
saying,
agree.
yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying with the Wizards, if I'm the Wizards, I don't want you to do that.
Okay, but who's to say, which is why I keep going back to ask you is from the Wizards standpoint, are they sold on Trae Young
No, no.
is the building piece?
No,
So
I don't wanna make it easier for you to get out of here.
no. It goes to what you said a minute ago with it being that there is the potential of having Trae Young as a tradable piece to get
Yes,
you more assets.
yes.
So in that case, you would say, "Hey, man, yeah, see if you can find a suitor, and we'll do what we can do to help you make the deal work."
Is this before the season ends, or is this a
Yeah, I
signing
mean,
trade that you're
obviously, it
talking
would
about?
be before the
Oh, okay.
season
No,
ends,
so obvious
or it would be a sign and trade. It
okay,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter. KP, whichever way it goes, it's the same. Essentially, it's the same thing. They're working with him to find a place. If he doesn't want to be there, they're working with him to find a place so they can send him somewhere and get something in return, and not just have him say, I ain't signing this option." Because then what's the trade? What was the trade for?
Yeah.
If this is a fruitless trade, if nothing,
From
it's
both
fruitless.
sides.
If yes, it is fruitless if McCollum doesn't, if he's not in your long term plans and he leaves or does a sign and trade or whatever. Only if you're trying to free up money on your books is where it's like, okay, you freed up money. Otherwise, like player wise, like explain to me how it's really working.
Yeah. It
I
it's a
mean,
little
I don't
different.
have the breakdown of everybody's contract and all of that kind of stuff, and who has draft picks coming up and all of that, but I don't know, man. Which is really the reason why I'm asking, is Trae Young a centerpiece for a championship team?
I don't know if he's a centerpiece for a championship team, but I mean, he's a good piece to have. The and you know how Atlanta got Trey Young to begin with? It was Luca, right? The Hawks basketball the president of the Hawks basketball operations traded the third pick in the draft, which was Luka Doncic, uh, for Trey Young
Mm,
while landing Cam Reddish.
yeah, and Cam Reddish, I don't know. Cam Reddish, did he really get a fair shot in the league?
Nah, no, it's tough, man.
Because
And
people were talking about him like he was
nice. I think he still is nice.
ridiculous.
I think he still is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Scotty Boy says, why do NBA players have so much power now? Because they structure these contracts to give them the power, man.
I mean, I think they should have a lot of power because they're the product. They're the driving force to make the league go.
Yeah, but it's not like the NFL where they don't have this type of power in
Yeah,
comparison, right?
yeah, because
And
yeah,
and the owners don't necessarily have to give it to you.
no, it's the CBA, the
The
collective bargaining
CBA
agreement.
has done its job with the
Yeah,
NBA.
yes.
Yeah. So but I think you're gonna see so the no trade clause is pretty much done. Ain't nobody giving nobody no trade
You
clause.
think those are over?
Who's gonna get one? You
Shay?
think okay, SGA may get one. Who else?
Yeah. Uh Yama.
Okay, but I'm saying they were giving them out to different types of players that weren't necessarily like
Bradley Bill had one.
Bradley Bill.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most recent one I could think of. I know LeBron had one. Has one.
Yeah, which worked the Lakers.
Yes.
Which and maybe it would be you'll be a product of your experience on how it went. So maybe I should say the Lakers won't be giving out a no trade clause anytime soon, right? Versus just putting that whole umbrella around the
Around the
entire
league.
league. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh man.
Scotty Boy said they abusing it and making requests where they want to go. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like, it the moves that the players make now, the way they play out will have consequences. It'll have repercussions on what happens with the players who follow. The young players may not get the same type of love that the players are getting now, especially if it goes sour.
Yeah, it I think I think basketball, sports in general, with so much is happening and so many rules are like they're trying to keep up and figure it out. And I think it's going to be another 5 to 10 years before they really figure this thing out.
Man, well, shit. Let's get into the stuff that they
Not,
got to
I mean,
figure
like,
out.
not even just on the professional level, but on the NCAA level. Because you got this thing now where you have James Najee, I think it's Njai, but I'm saying Najee, who was the 31st overall draft pick in the 2022 draft, 31st overall. So that's the first pick in the second round, right outside the first round. Never played in the NBA, played in a couple summer league games,
Mm-hmm.
played overseas professionally, has just been given 4 years of eligibility and has played in a couple NCAA games, plays with the Baylor Bears. So, what are your thoughts on a 31st pick deciding that they want to go back to college and play?
Yeah, and his debut was a few days ago. 5 points, 4 fouls, and Baylor lost. Um,
2 for 3 from the field, 4 rebounds in like 15 minutes.
so, um, and I'm just reading something. It says he participated in the 2023 summer league,
Yeah.
and he was part of the 3-team trade that brought Karl Anthony Towns to the New York Knicks. Um, that's crazy, right? Because not only did was he drafted,
Mm-hmm.
even if he didn't play, he had some type of impact because he was included in a trade that moved a star to another organization.
True.
So even all you have to start considering things that happen off the court. Like if you're a part of a deal, an NBA transaction,
Mm-hmm.
like your name is in the books as being part of that trade. Like that's crazy. Um if you enter the draft and you're drafted, I think that should be it.
Mm.
Like you made the decision to forego um going to college. That should be it. You start exploring professionally, you're not in amateur sports anymore. And I will say apply that shit to the foreign players too. Like don't just have this fuss about American players and oh they can't they shouldn't be able to go to college after they've gone pro and stuff. You're letting professionals come over from overseas and take up college roster spots.
True.
Like, man, listen, we have gone from we are far gone from the days of developing players on a large scale. I'm not going to say that there aren't
Yeah,
any teams or any
yeah, yeah,
coaches
yeah.
out there
There's
who develop players,
yeah,
but we are far gone from the days where player development was the focus on a large scale. People are trying to build rosters that are ready to win
right
games
now,
right now,
right. Yeah,
which sucks for a kid who's coming out of high school looking for an opportunity to catapult themselves into, you know, a life-changing move. Like getting a scholarship, not even NIL. I ain't even talking about getting a scholarship and developing and becoming a better player. Like you
yes,
got to think of guys who developed Dwayne Wade at Marquette.
absolutely.
And people argue he's the top three shooting guard of all time in the NBA ever.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. Like Allen Iverson was that dude though. Allen Iverson was already like number one. I use Dwayne Wade because he wasn't like a
Okay.
highly touted number one guy. Allen Iverson was top basketball, top football. Like he's an
I
anomaly.
just
So
said
I'm
because he
not.
stayed multiple years and continued to develop.
Yeah, but he left early too.
He did.
Didn't Dwayne Wade go all the way through to his
Nah,
senior
he
year?
went 3 years.
Junior year? Okay,
Yeah,
junior
yeah,
year.
2 year. Yep.
Okay. But again, my point is that who really develops now?
Nah, it's true.
But stress that point about the foreign players, dog.
It's
Like
it's
that's ridiculous.
and you know what? I want to pick up and say something on that as well. I want to see the foreign players' transcripts. Show me the classes that they took. Are they NCAA approved? Please let me know.
Right. Because I remember when I started and I went from a quarter system school to a semester, that shit was all wiped out. And that
Oh
was
yeah, yeah.
I was domestically making a domestic move. So what are we doing?
Yes.
I know it
I,
ain't all checks and
I need
balances in the
show me the
mix.
transcript. Show me the transcript. I
Yeah.
I want to see it. But you're absolutely right. But you know why I don't think that they're going to change that rule? See,
Scotty boy. Scotty boy laughing. He say, "You really think they taking classes?" Shit.
hey man, show me the transcript. Man. But this is look. I don't want to sound like a um a nationalist or anything like that, but I'm gonna say that you bring in foreigners and you're allowing them to come in by playing professionally because it takes away from the black players here. You see, you had a black player in Trenton Flowers. Trenton Flowers tried to do the same thing that James Najee did. Trenton Flowers was a two-way guy with the Clippers, and he's still a two-way guy, um, but never signed an NBA contract. He signed as a two-way. And at first, the rules were, hey, as long as you're a G League guy, like Terry Darling played in the G League for 2 years, they're like, it doesn't matter because you're not an NBA guy. You didn't sign an NBA contract. But the minute Trenton Flowers decided he was going back to college, the NCAA jumped in there quick and were like, no, we're not letting you do this because
Where's Darling? BYU or not
no,
BYU?
Darling is at Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. Yeah, Santa Clara.
So it was like when that happened, you saw the NCAA step forward and say, no, this is where we draw the line. see a lot of these loopholes aren't going to apply to black born players in the United States. They're not going overseas and playing overseas for 5 and 6 and 7 years. They're here. And you had the situation with the Bewley twins. They were top 10 ranked players graduated in 2023. They lost eligibility when they went to OTE and couldn't play. Uh,
which is crazy.
so you like
Why?
a lot of the I'm just saying, a lot of the black American players play OTE and they lost it. Jalen Lewis was another one, was ranked number 2.
Shit is stupid.
I think he got $600,000 while in high school, and they decided he was ineligible. Meanwhile, a year later, Rob Dillingham went to OTE. I'm not saying Rob Dillingham got any money, but I'll say that what happened was the McDonald's All-American Committee ruled that he was ineligible to be a McDonald's All-American, so he did not play in the McDonald's All-American game, but he was eligible to go to college. And he went to college for 1 year and, was a lottery pick. So
Okay,
it's
but I mean, we can even start talking about JC to NCAA. Like, why does the NCAA? Why does what you do at a JC have
matter.
implications on the NCAA?
Yeah.
They're two separate governing bodies.
Yes.
But you've been doing it this way for so many years to where it's like, if this is your system, flawed as it might be,
Very flawed.
but now you're introducing radical stuff that just it don't even make sense.
I mean, my other thought is that so the NBA game and the college game are different. They're played different. You got a zone, and so athleticism, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much in college basketball as it does with the NBA because the NBA is more spacing. And so you have to be able to move, you've got to be able to recover all of those things. So, you know, more and more people are saying that the NBA is becoming a global game, which it is becoming a global game. So you bring more foreigners over here that have been playing professionally
Yeah,
for
so you can
4, 5,
appeal to
6 years.
so
Huh?
you can appeal to that global audience.
Exactly. And they are going to do better on the college level given the rules given their physicality coming over here being older and giving the spacing in the way that the game is played.
Yeah,
So
I mean, but you have 26-year-olds and 27-year-olds who are still, you know, playing college sports and stuff like that. Like there should be exceptions for that. I think they should have an age limit, and then there should be exceptions, because I do believe in second chances. Let's say somebody messes up at a young age and gets locked up or something for something that, a dumb decision they made young, and then they come out and they can play, they have the ability, they should be able to pursue college. Like, I don't think something like that should preclude them from being able to pursue college, but just freely, you know, as
exercising, I want to go back and play college now.
but I mean, damn, it's like, now we putting age limits on it, like,
It
like,
it
what,
really
I don't know.
hurts. It hurts high school basketball.
It does, and that's what I'm saying.
And it's
Maybe
like
maybe just reserve a certain amount of scholarships. You can only have one of those guys who does that.
and I mean, because the other thing is this: the days of high schoolers graduating at 18 are less and less common,
And I
right?
was 17.
Yeah, you were 17, you
So,
graduated. I was 18. I had been 18 for a couple months graduating high school. Those days are over. Now you getting 19, man, you might get 20.
man.
Like,
And just to think, like 17, just turning 18, making decisions like that, like where to go, taking this scholarship and doing that without really having like the knowledge of how the
understanding. Yeah,
system works and what I'm getting myself into. That was crazy.
yeah,
That was crazy. Um, I mean, this is such a layered conversation because I do think some of the things that people complain about need to be in the game today, need to be in the system today. Like the portal needs to be there.
yeah,
NIL needs to be there.
yeah,
Like I don't say do away with that stuff. Um, but some of these rules where and specifically like you're allowing you're complaining about professionals over here in the states, in the US, but you allow the foreign professionals, the overseas professionals, to circumvent the rules that you're
saying
making the US players follow.
we
That's
have
crazy.
no jurisdiction over them,
Yeah,
but they're coming.
it's well, when they come into your system,
Yeah,
now you
exactly.
do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
Show me a transcript. Show me
eh,
the transcript, like the Carfax.
right. Scotty Boy said reports just came out that the Hawks are looking to bring in AD. Um what would that do for the Hawks right now though? And with AD would probably be like, I'm going to Atlanta. Like,
AD beat him, went for a loose ball and fell in somebody's lap. Pause. Like, it's Atlanta, baby.
oh god. Um,
Came back with his brow all off. Like,
oh man. If that happens, um, who would they have to give up to make that trade?
oh,
They got Porzingis there right now. What would they be doing with, are they trading Porzingis?
that's what.
Wasn't Porzingis back? Wasn't Porzingis in Dallas already?
Yeah, he was.
So you would send him back to get AD?
Hey
Like
man,
what?
Luca's gone now. Luca's gone. I'm back.
uh and has the Trae Young trade, has that even been finalized?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's finalized.
Um I don't know, man. AD to the Hawks, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Um
See, we didn't let the chat sidetrack us from the NCAA. We was having this layered conversation. But honestly, what you were saying, man, it to get back to the NCAA, it is a very layered conversation, and I think that there's so many changes happening so fast that they're still trying to figure it out. And in the process of them trying to figure it out, you got all kind of coaches trying to find loopholes to gain a competitive advantage.
hey, that Calipari rent was classic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
classic.
Like, what's his name? What's his name isn't feeling it either. Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of the Kelvin Sampson isn't feeling it. He's like, man, I want to. He still brings in high school players. I mean, he brings in 5 stars, but he still brings in high school players. Mercy Miller was not a 5 star. I believe Mercy Miller was a 4 star recruit. Like, but he's one of the coaches where he's like, man, I still believe in developing.
And like I said, I it's not a case where nobody does it. That's why I
Yeah.
said I'm not going to say nobody does it, but on a large scale, that's not what's happening.
No, it's not. I saw something where Kyrie Walker was trying to come back. I'm like, man, I think Kyrie Walker graduated in 2020.
And Mercy Miller is averaging 4.4 points, 1.3 rebounds, and zero point 0.7 assists, shooting 47.2% from the field. So
Yeah,
he's
he's sophomore,
played,
right?
yeah,
So
he's
yeah,
played in 15 games.
yeah.
So he's doing that across 15 games.
And I mean, honestly, it just Mercy Miller's he's a good player. They just got other guys in front of him right now. And they're contending for a championship. It's like championship or bust over there. So
Yeah, when we started the show off, debuted the show, I was talking about Milo Suzanne, um, and he's one of the guys who's ahead of him.
yeah, him and Sharp.
Yeah,
And then you got
yeah,
Kingston
Emmanuel
Fleming,
Sharp.
and who's gonna be a one and done, but Kingston Flemings is ahead of him as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean it's just but Kelvin Sampson is developing over there. And I mean, shout out to Cedric Lott.
I was about to say, is what is he doing with your boy Seti?
He's still developing him. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's not getting much time.
got Tugler and he's got like three bigs ahead of him. It's Tugler, another dude, and he's got the 5-star freshman.
Well, this is his junior year, man. He only has one more after this.
Hey man, you got I mean, there's another guy that's there as well that he hasn't got any minutes, but he got hurt his freshman year, Jacob McFarland. So McFarland's a redshirt sophomore, but that's the thing. He's been there 3 years as well. That's I'll tell you, that's customary for Houston. Houston normally doesn't play their freshman bigs.
Yeah,
They
but
don't. They
Cedric's
don't
not a
play their,
freshman. I'm just saying
no,
that because you were talking about development. He
yeah,
was there last year. Um,
but two of their bigs came back that were already ahead of him on the depth chart.
yeah, listen, I'm not talking about the other two. I understand all that. I'm just speaking of him specifically, saying he doesn't have much
Oh
time.
yeah,
Even if we're talking about development, he's a junior,
yeah,
and he has one more year. So if he and here's the case, let's say he wants to play, like wants to actually play. Is it bad if he says I'm getting in the portal and going somewhere where I can play?
not at all.
That's why I say the portal needs to exist. There's no harm in him going somewhere to
It's free
you know
agents.
try to
It's,
maximize his talents.
it's free. I mean, because really, what it is scholarships are only 1 year anyway. So a school can tell you, like, um, we don't plan, we don't have plans on you in the future, and now you're stuck trying to pick up the pieces anyway.
Um, you got that video I sent you with Luke talking about
Yes, I do.
how players, Uncle Luke for folks, some folks, you know, um, he mentioned that players get released,
Yes,
right? Like, and this is something that I said to you when I was talking about where they got rid of the second uh what is the second port transfer portal for football,
football. Yeah, yeah.
right?
The spring portal.
Yeah.
Yes,
So there were people talking about um how when they do that, some of these kids were getting released because they gotta look at a preview of how the kid was during the spring, figured, oh, they're not really a fit for what we're looking for, and they're released before the season starts.
yeah.
But you don't hear those stories.
No,
So Luke was saying, you know, Uncle Luke for those again, two live crew for all know what I'm talking about. Coach Luke to a lot of people because he's involved in the youth and stuff like that. He was saying that they should let it be known when coaches release players that should be made public information so people know you're releasing
do
guys.
you see that happening?
Listen,
I no, I understand what he said. that sounds like the
I
world of
agree
utopia.
with him though.
No, that just sounds like a world of utopia. We're like,
I agree with him, and you have to speak shit like that. You have to speak life into stuff like that and try to shine a light on it so it just doesn't get swept under the rug like all these people are doing. So people don't even know that players get released in
yeah,
college.
they yeah, like they coaches will pull you in the office and they will coax you into going somewhere else. Like, yeah, if you stay here, you're never gonna play.
Right.
And I mean never gonna play.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
they're encouraging you.
like
Yeah, the portal's probably your best bet.
yeah. Yep. So yeah, that no, that's a real thing. That is happening.
Scotty Boy says, I know we speak in basketball, but how does the NCAA control all this transfer portal nonsense for NCAA football? I know
It's
it's different for basketball. Um,
it's all NCAA.
yeah, NCAA
Yeah.
portals. So Scotty Boy, they had two separate ones for football,
Yes.
and that's what we were just talking about. And I know some junior college coaches who have spoken about it. Um, and that's how I found out, because I did not know that they were essentially giving these kids uh scholarships and then releasing them
Man, I mean, I'm gonna tell you though.
in the spring. And
Two
hold on.
okay.
Part of that is because when they see somebody else has entered the portal that they prefer to go after, they're like,
So
we
shiny
rather
new
have
toy.
this kid than this kid. So we're gonna release. We're gonna take the scholarship from this kid. Like, that shit's crazy.
And I was gonna say two portals though is crazy. Like spring and winter portals. That's wild.
Yeah, yeah. Two different times when it actually happened, Scotty Boy. Yep,
Like you could players were essentially at two different schools
in the
in
same
one year
in the same year.
and then going to another school for the next year.
And I mean, listen, some of it is crazy, and some of it sounds crazy, right?
Yeah,
At the same time, though, and I can only speak from my own experience of when I signed with a school, and it did not work out. But when I decided I want to bounce, I had to sit out
yeah.
or go to a lower level, go from the 4 year to the JC.
The four
But
to
if you don't
four.
know the rules, guess what? You're stuck.
Yeah.
So I got stuck at the JC and had to finish the block, had to finish 2 years there. Kids don't have to go through stuff like that.
When
And they
all
shouldn't have to.
hey man, when all your credits didn't transfer as well.
And all the credits didn't transfer.
'Cause
Like, the
may
shit is crazy.
maybe you finish a little earlier
Oh, absolutely.
if all your credits
Absolutely.
transfer.
Absolutely. But my point is that the kids don't have to go through that. And they shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
So, being at two different schools in 1 year sounds crazy. I know. At the same time, maybe you have some type of regulation. Okay, now you've gotten rid of the two windows. Cool. Fine. But to think that you need to do away with it completely,
No, you got
no
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
No way.
Because the portal is good because it holds the coaches and the school accountable.
But that's a part of what Luke was saying, where
Yeah,
he's saying the coaches should be held accountable for the players that they're releasing. So if everybody, if a family can see and advisors can see when they're trying to help a kid make a decision on where they should go to college, if they can see, hey, coach, John Smith has released 15 kids in the last two graduating classes, you may say, shit, I don't trust this motherfucker. Take him off the list. I'd rather go over here and entertain these other schools. He might release me.
And Ben Eben Gammon, what up, man? Ben Sturts is a little different because Ben Sturts transferred with his coach. Like he was at the D2 level, and the D2 level coach leveled up and took the Drake job last year
Mm-hmm.
and took like some of his players, and then Ben Sturts,
And
did
he left
well.
again, right?
Yeah, but his coach left and took the Iowa job.
Yeah, that's what I meant. He left
Yeah,
to Iowa.
exactly. Yeah, so he 3 stops, 3 years, same coach. So that's a little different.
Yeah.
But I mean, um, in the same token though,
He
you got
said he just venting.
but I mean but you got to look at the coach though, because like everybody talks about players jumping. Well, damn, that coach jumped and went to
but
3 programs.
but that's my point, KP.
Yeah,
The point that's the point. Part of the point is the coaches get to do what they want. You're talking about it holds the coaches accountable. Does it hold a coach accountable?
no,
Right. So
no, it doesn't.
a coach can say, "Man, I'm out of here,"
Absolutely.
and go make that bread somewhere else.
Man, the craziest story I know of.
Wait, hold on, Scotty boy said you should have said you from overseas DP so you would need them credits to transfer. Hey, I should have, huh? Where should I have said I was from, KP?
Yugoslavia.
Djibouti.
Yugoslavia. That man, hey man, Yugoslavia don't even exist anymore, which is
Yeah.
crazy. It's Serbia. It's no Yugoslavia. But what the hell we was
Dang,
talking.
dude. Hey man, you
Oh,
lay off the weed, man.
yeah. Like it's 420 over here, man.
Right.
the
Forgetful Johnson.
the no, what I was talking, the craziest thing that I can think of, and EB Gaming brought up Ben Sturts, which they were at Drake the year before, but there was another coach, DeVries, Devin DeVries, that was
Mm-hmm.
at Drake. Last year, he went to West Virginia, took his son with him to both stops. While at West Virginia, his son was a senior. His son sustained an injury, took a medical red shirt, and DeVries took another job, left West Virginia after 1 year to go to Indiana, took his son with him there, where he got the extra year to play. So now he's there.
Work the system.
Man, worked and reworked because his son got crazy bags at West Virginia
Yeah.
and at Indiana.
You're talking about life changing, start off on the right foot type of money.
Not on the good foot.
Yeah. Get on the good foot type of
Yeah,
money.
this is the good foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Look,
I ain't
listen,
mad at them. No, if they let you do it, like, no, fuck that. I am mad at some of the shit because they, again, the shit that they doing with the mixed up rules that apply to U.S. players, but nah, that's bullshit.
not US players, us. Us.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, yeah. The situation with Tucker, man, man, I had an insider saying, man, that the son, they wasn't rushing to get him back on the court. They're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Nah." They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, take your time." And there was some other people that was injured and hurt, like, "Ah, you look good out there, man. You should get out there and play."
Oh shit,
I heard that like, whoa, that's
that's
how they was
funny.
doing it. Like, ooh.
That's funny, man.
That's a it's a cold game, man. It's a cold
Man,
game.
yeah. Cold hearted, as Bong says, cold hearted business, right?
Absolutely. But nah,
But
man, That's all I really got, man. The NCAA and they got to figure out how to fix this, man. I think it's going to be a 5 to 10 year process, though. I really do.
Okay, well, I don't know how long it's going to take, but um, some of the stuff needs to stay, and they just need to work out the wrinkles, kinks, and bumps, and all of that stuff, and not just completely do away with the stuff. So I ain't mad at it. Um, but man, a quick just to before we get off of here,
Hmm.
um, just a quick look at some of the NBA action. And I was telling you I think I put up the short about the Clippers and the streak that they're on.
Yes.
Set I think it's 7 out of 8 at this point. Kawhi Leonard has been cooking.
Man, hey, man, giving Twins 96 points in 2 days or back to back
Yeah,
games
he's he
is
he's
crazy.
he's been cooking.
Crazy.
He's been cooking. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. This fool's gold.
Somebody whispered, Pablo Torre.
Hey,
It's like,
I'm gonna keep it real. It's fool's gold.
it's fool's gold.
Yeah, it's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. Um, Matter of fact, I think they ended up they lost that Saturday game. I think
Mm,
when they had won 6 straight, I think they came and they lost the Saturday game. But right now, the Lakers are playing the Spurs.
hmm.
What do you think is happening in that one? 89-78 Spurs. Warriors are up on the Bucks 98-82. So with the Warriors, man, I'm gonna stop there real quick. Have you seen um some of the stuff that Steve Kerr has been saying lately?
I saw the way that Steve Kerr was acting.
Okay. So, Tom Tolbert has a show.
Oh wow.
Tolbert, yeah, Tolbert played for the
I remember
well,
Tom.
like a podcast.
Yeah, I remember Tom Tolbert.
Yeah, he played for the Warriors for a minute. Um
One of the first white guys with a shaved head that
so
wasn't a Klansman.
so Kerr went on his show and basically was like, that the Warriors are not competing with the likes of OKC and the Spurs
I did see that.
right
I did see
now.
that. Yeah, I did see that.
Um and I mean, he was just being real.
Yeah.
And they spoke about I think Tobert actually mentioned, and it may have been something that Kerr said before, that they're a fading dynasty.
Hmm.
Now I want to ask you, man. Now, is Kerr right, and is he wrong? Because I think what he's saying is right.
That is
Like,
right.
yeah, what he's saying is
Yeah,
right.
he's spot on.
Yeah, it is not
It's
a hot take, homie. Like,
this is the
yeah,
end.
Mama told me one day it was gonna happen, but
Yeah,
she slept, told me when. Um, so no, it's no, he's right, spot on, not a
absolutely.
hot take. Definitely the space that they're in, but is he wrong for saying it
I was gonna say probably bruises the ego
on the right?
of his team.
Okay, so
Um,
that's what you think?
maybe motivate maybe it's some motivation for
Okay,
Draymond, and Curry and Jimmy Butler saying, oh well, your old guy too, Al Horford saying, man, no, we got another run in us. We can put together another run in Raleigh. I mean, they can't, but he's trying something.
can I give you what could be the flip side in that case?
What's that?
That your vets and your core guys who have done it before or competed for one, because Jimmy Butler didn't win one, but he was there.
Yeah.
Um, Horford is one,
Mhm.
and then of course Draymond Green and Curry.
Mhm.
Could it be that they their egos aren't bruised because they agree with Kerr, because they know what it takes, and they're like, yeah, we need to make a move, so we ain't tripping. But a younger player, the younger guys who aren't necessarily in the core, maybe those are the guys that you lose.
I could see Jimmy's on the oldest on the with the vets. I could see his ego bruised because Jimmy strikes me as a guy that wants to win one, and it's like I don't have to be the guy now. I'm not the main guy. I'm coming over to help and assist. We may have a run in us.
Scotty boy, tell me why they ruined the dynasty. But KP, you're saying that he would say that they have a run in them.
I think that Jimmy is like, yeah, yeah. I think Jimmy would want to push for another one. Like
But what I'm saying is maybe he is like, he's of that mindset, but he's not tripping because he knows that as currently constructed, they ain't headed for that type of push. So
I
they
would
like they may be like, yeah, Kurt said it, but motherfucker, that's the truth.
I
We
could
need
see it
to
with
we
all the
need
other ones that have already won, but I'm
okay.
saying because Jimmy hasn't won, and now like when is the last time Jimmy has played with somebody that was better than him? That was the main guy.
But that would be just because he wants to chip, not because he doesn't know what it takes to get there.
Yeah,
So what I'm saying is all those people who know what it takes to get there are looking around saying, yes, we don't have what it takes to get there.
I can see that.
Like wake me up when Curve said a lie.
No, no,
And
no.
then
I
no, I'm saying maybe that's what they're
okay.
saying.
Yeah.
Like wake me up when Kerr is saying some shit that's not true. So I don't know.
I like what Scotty Boy is saying over
Yeah,
here.
that's what I was going back to.
I like what you're saying. They kept Draymond and let go of Poole. Kerr refuses to develop young players and was focused on sabotaging Kaminga, the register get a center. Oh, I guess rather than get a center.
Hmm.
So they had a center. They drafted a center, and I agree with you. The thing with Kerr doesn't really develop young players.
Refuse to get a center.
Oh, refuse to get okay, refuse. Okay. They had a center. They had James Wiseman,
Mm-hmm.
and James Wiseman took longer than what I guess they wanted in terms of development, and they moved off of him.
I
Um,
mean, but did he take longer?
I
Uh,
said than what they wanted.
and now he's with what is
Yeah,
he doing with
yeah,
the Pacers?
he
Did
had
he
some injuries though. He had an injury last year. I don't remember if it was his Achilles or it was his knee.
okay? Because I was gonna say,
Yeah.
did he take longer than what the Pistons wanted to? Because he's on his third team.
Um, I mean, I think he's what he might be 24, 25.
Yeah,
He's
he's
still young.
24.
Yeah, he's still that's still young. It
Yeah.
just it
My point though is that these teams move off of you
fast.
quickly.
Yeah. It
Like
yeah, it's
like it's not. It wasn't just he took too long for the Warriors. He took too long for the
but here's the
Pistons, and maybe will take too long for the Pacers.
no,
I
but
don't
here's the
know.
thing though. Here's the thing though, too, DP. These coaches and these GMs, it's a brotherhood. So they're talking to each other and then narratives get passed around. And it's like, it could have been something, and this is me just kind of making something up to give an example. It could have been James Wiseman is soft. He doesn't want to bang inside. He doesn't want to rebound. He wants to shoot jumpers. Because,
Sounds like most of the.
no, I'm just saying,
I'm not saying the soft part, but most of
yeah,
the
but
big
yeah, but
guys
I'm
don't
saying
play down low, and
but they
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 want to
talk
shoot
about
jumpers.
James Wiseman in that sense, and then Detroit, he goes to Detroit, and it's a situation where he misses a rebound inside, and they're like, "Oh, yep, he is soft. He don't want to rebound, and he want to stand outside and shoot jumpers." But I mean, you also got Jalen Duren, who's one of the best rebounders in the league. You got Isaiah Stewart, who's a heck of a rebounder. So with that, it's like, look, man, you got your rebounders. Now I can. It might have been a situation like, hey, man, I could cook from the perimeter and really show my versatility. And it was like, yep, he is soft. Yep,
Yeah.
he wants to do that, and just moved off of him. Like I've seen how narratives get thrown around.
So while you were saying that, and on the um with Wiseman, the discussion about Wiseman and what Scotty Boy is saying right here also made me think about another part of the discussion that I wanted to talk to you about before we even got on here.
Mhm.
I was going to ask you, and it's fitting that we do it on the show, is are the Warriors developing talent? Is Steve Kerr a developer of
No,
talent?
no, he's not. No.
Was Mark Jackson
Yes.
a developer of talent?
Yeah.
Okay,
Steve Kerr
because
needs to pay royalties to Mark
the
Jackson.
the vibes that I got, the vibes that I got from that, and I know it's old news to a lot of folks, but the vibes that I got from that transition from Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr was similar to with to the Gruden to
Dungy.
from
Yeah, the
Gruden to
Dungy.
Dungy when
No, Dungy to Gruden.
I mean Dungy to Gruden when
Absolutely.
Gruden got the glory off of the foundation that Dungy built.
Absolutely.
And it's like Steve Kerr reaped the benefits off of the foundation that Mark Jackson built.
The blood, sweat,
But it
tears,
was it
all
was but
days.
those were developmental stages,
Yes.
right? So then when you get past the developmental stage and you have your key players, then you bring in stars who are already doing it, who are already developed, who are already fixtures in the league,
Yes.
major players in the league. In a Kevin Durant, you win again. You try it with a Jimmy Butler,
Uh,
but there's a struggle now.
another piece, man, that's underrated. Andre Iguodala.
Iguodala came over.
Yeah.
I
Sean
mean,
Livingston.
Sean Livingston, you know,
Yeah.
spent his younger days with the Clippers, had that injury.
Yes.
He came back. He was lethal with the mid range.
Absolutely.
But my point is like the Warriors. Um, once you got past the development of Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, who was really developed with them? Would you say a Jordan, a Poole, maybe?
No.
Okay, well, you had your core.
I would say the closest one I would say is Kevon Looney. And what happened to his game, because Kevon Looney had game. Like if you watch like old clips of him playing in the UCLA runs, like in the summer runs, Kevon Looney could handle, could shoot, like all of that stuff. Kevon Looney got the old man game where he didn't turn into a upgraded Kurt Rambis fighting for rebounds, and he had so much more in the tool shed.
Well, he's older now.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but this he was drafted by the Warriors,
Yeah,
and this is what it developed into. You was putting the ball on the
because
ground,
they didn't need that from him,
you
man.
developed into Kurt Rambis.
But what I'm saying is they didn't need that from him because all of the pieces that they brought in were to fit a specific mold for what they needed to fit around the core. But now that the core is getting older, you have to develop talent. So is that the reason why you're seeing this downfall or this fading dynasty with the Warriors?
Absolutely. I mean, but like,
And I know nobody stays on top
yeah,
forever.
I was gonna say it happened with
They come
it
and
happened
go.
with the bad boys, the Detroit
Yeah.
Pistons. It happened with the Lakers because the Lakers, just stayed on Kobe for so long and didn't have his replacement. And uh, that's what's happening with the Warriors. You don't have replacements for Curry. You don't have a replacement for Draymond. You don't have a replacement for those guys. You didn't find a replacement for Klay Thompson. And, here we are. You just playing with these older guys, and it's like, yeah, like Buddy Hield's not Klay Thompson. No disrespect to Buddy Hield, but like Klay Thompson was a two-way guy. He played defense and he hit shots, hit timely shots. Like Buddy Hield's not locking up defensively.
Yeah.
And sometimes the shots that he takes are like, why'd you
But
take that one, buddy?
but what I'm saying is like who's a player um not a player who's a coach
That develops.
that you would consider developing. Bickerstaff.
I like Bickerstaff. Yeah, yeah, Bickerstaff.
I don't know if you could say Udoka because he's had stars like Boston. He had that team was kind of ready to just get some structure to win.
I would say what's his name? He doesn't coach anymore. The GM for Boston. What's the guy's name? Brad Stevens.
Oh, okay.
Brad Stevens is a developer. Um, yeah, I'd say Brad Stevens because he had a young Tatum, he had a young Brown, and we watched how they developed
Yeah. Yeah.
and what they were turning into. He was like Gordon Hayward, played for him in college
Hmm.
and kind of blossomed into something, and then he got Gordon Hayward again. Yeah.
Um. So, do you think?
Hey, I think
Let's.
San Antonio's developing.
Okay, and that's. I can roll with that. And they
OKC's developing.
okay. So then their coaches,
Yeah,
their
yeah,
coaches, you would consider are developers.
yeah.
Outside of Shea Gilgis Alexander,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of young guys
Jalen Williams.
around him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jalen
So
Williams.
I could roll with that. Do you think um because we're going to see pretty soon here um do you think that JJ Redick will be able to develop young talent, or will the Lakers stick with what they've been doing and bringing in a big star to go along with Luca? Will it be another move to get another star?
So I think that's twofold. So I'm gonna answer both of those. I do not think that JJ is a developer of young talent. So that's the first thing. And then second, that's the Laker way. You're always going to be able to get a star in free agency
Hmm.
because you're in the right market. So, yeah, they will always
Okay.
be the star.
Scotty Boy says another thing people are forgetting is those players were taking pay cuts to win a chip. Nobody wants to do that anymore. Do you think it's about the money?
Well, the second apron is like it's going to force people to really decide if the championship is worth it or not.
Yeah. And Scotty Boy, but to this point here, he said they did have replacements: Poole, Moody, and Kaminga. The veterans need to reduce their minutes and put their egos to the side and let those boys develop and play. But that's part of that's kind of on curve too, right? It's like especially with Kaminga. Kaminga has definitely like Poole is out of there because of the situation with him and Draymond Green. Kaminga is there and just not playing.
The Here's the thing though. It's also a business thing. So if you're paying these stars a bunch of money, they're gonna get the minutes.
they get the minutes, but you could still find ways to incorporate a guy like Kaminga and put him into the fold. I mean, you have situations where he just didn't play at all.
Yeah.
For what reason?
I
Like,
I don't know what the relationship is in the locker room and all that though either.
okay, well, get it over with. Let it trade him.
Yeah. I mean, but they understand his value. Like
What is his value to you on your bench? Trade him. That's where you get the value. You're getting nothing out of him by paying him to sit on the bench.
like
That shit don't make no sense at all.
we don't want you to get away and then you looking nice and
At this point, that's gonna happen anyway. Like whatever is going on with them, it ain't a good situation,
yeah.
right? We don't have to. It's not rocket science. We don't have to know what's going on in the locker room to know shit ain't right. And it's like, what what do you do at this point if you ain't gonna play him? You're wasting time. You're wasting money. Like, okay, make a trade.
The thing that I have with Jordan Poole, I think Jordan Poole is talented. I don't always think that Jordan Poole plays winning basketball though. And that's kind of the I think that was kind of the tough thing when he was with the Warriors. Because he wasn't the main guy, some of it you could sweep it under the rug because the losses were going to be on Curry. But you saw it more once Poole left the Warriors and went to the Wizards. Like you saw some of the horrendous shooting games and some of the bad plays to where it's like, oh man,
Well, and that's because he was there as what Trae Young will be expected to be now,
management.
as the main guy.
Yeah,
They brought Poole over. He was supposed to be at least one
yeah,
of the
him and Kuzma. Yeah,
yeah. So
I need
eh,
you to right the ship, and he's like, man, this this shit is the Titanic right now, dog.
yeah. I mean, come on, man. We 35 games in. Kaminga done played 18
Oh wow,
or 37 games in, something like that.
wow.
Yeah, that's
Big games.
crazy.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cold blood.
Yeah, like just trade him, dog. Let's see, what is Moody doing?
And Scotty Boy said Poole was like the second, third option. He wasn't meant to be the go-to guy. Okay.
With
Talking about with the Warriors.
with the Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No. I when I was saying he was a number one Scotty boy, I was talking about when he went to the Wizards. And I was just saying that's what they're gonna be expecting out of well, they'll be expecting more out of Trae Young.
Like play some defense.
Yeah.
Trey. Get a stop. Imagine the defensive coach getting pissed off when he's getting scored on, like
Oh man. Trae gonna be in there swinging that air when he see how shit is going with the Wizards, like boys in the hood.
uh, man, one of my sons played pickup with Trey. Last summer. Kalai.
And what would he say about him?
He said Trey was nice. He's like, man, he's not very tall, but he's like, man, he's quick. He's like his range is unlimited.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was Trey Young and it was Michael Porter Jr. It was some other NBA dudes in there too, but I don't remember the dudes. But he's like, yeah,
Put a body on him, Trae.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. He was like, man. He said Trey was nice. He's like, man, he's quick. He said he's shifty. He said he was nice,
yeah.
and he said Michael Porter. He said, man. ridiculously tall. Like, oh my gosh, she's tall
Yeah.
and shoots everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
touches heads, he shoot that thing. Like,
Never saw a shot he didn't like.
never saw a shot he didn't think he could make. Oh yeah, yeah. Full court. Oh yeah, shoot that.
Taking all the shots at the bar too.
Uh, absolutely.
Oh man. Okay. All right, man. Well, shoot. We done been on here for a minute, man. We'll see whatever happens. I don't know if that AD thing is a real thing. We'll see. But we'll be getting to that point to where more trades will be coming through. So we'll be on here talking about them. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? I know some other stuff is in the works. I don't know if it's going to be blockbuster deals like that, like crazy moves. You probably won't see anything like LeBron getting moved from the Lakers. Don't expect it. Um, Unless you feel otherwise, KP. You think otherwise? You think LeBron's getting traded?
I said the Lakers need to have that conversation with him, man. That legacy talk. Hey, man, we want to save your legacy.
Hey,
We
you
think
might
that.
see something happen in Sacramento.
Yeah. Oh no, you're definitely going to see
Yeah,
something happen in
you
Sacramento.
might see something
Definitely.
happen in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I don't think Giannis will be moved. There's a chance though. But anything involving him would probably be something with the Lakers.
Does Bam get sent out of Miami?
Um, if they're ready to like break it up, he would probably be the first player traded. He has the most value.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, he has the most value, and it's they're kind of wasting his prime or his talents, right?
Yeah.
When you hear other players talk about him, they say he is nice.
Michael Beasley
Yeah, they
said
they
that Bam is the only person that beat him one on
yeah
one.
they say he's nice, and I'm not so sure that Miami sees him that way.
They went the direction of Tyler Hero. I need a hero.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like, does it seem like Miami looks at Bam Adebayo like he's the player we want to build around?
No, you know who else gets respect in Miami? Anthony Edwards talked about Davion Mitchell and was like,
He
man,
was in Sacramento, right?
yes, he was. He started in
Yeah, yeah,
Sacramento.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, he was doing this thing last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Davion,
was doing this
Davion
thing.
Mitchell.
Um,
And you see what Scotty Boy said, there's rumblings of MPJ going to the Warriors. Like that's gonna fix their issues.
oh, man, stop. KP, you might like that.
Yeah, man. And I really was really high on Michael Porter Jr., man, when he first came to the NBA. I know that he mentioned injuries have really derailed his career. So I'm going to share that same sentiment. Since he said it, I'm saying it with you, MPJ.
Hey, it's probably true. It's
Yeah,
probably true.
he had that back surgery.
And and
Got
and look,
drafted.
he's out there. It's like, is Brooklyn that much better than what's going on in Washington?
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say the Warriors. I'm like, wait.
No,
Nah.
no.
Yeah,
He's in Brooklyn,
no. No, you're right. No, Brooklyn is not better than what's going on in Washington.
right? So that's kind of the same
Washington
deal.
is
So if you can get out of there, then he's probably like, "Yep, do it.
better.
Pick it up. Trade to Warriors. Pick it up." Remember that shit on in
On
Living
Living
Color?
Color. Yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
man. Um, but yeah, we'll see some stuff, man. Um, he said it's true they would include Kaminga in that trade for sure. Yeah. And try to send Kaminga to purgatory, huh? Get him out of here.
Yeah, just banish him.
Yeah.
That's banishment, man.
Yeah. But you got any other place you think some moving and shaking will happen?
Uh,
Sacramento.
yeah, Sacramento for
You
sure.
think something's gonna happen with the Warriors?
I don't know. I don't see them moving off of their big three. Maybe Kaminga, but I don't see them moving off their main three guys.
Okay.
Um, I still think that Houston is going to make some kind of move to get a
Okay.
guard.
Will
Um,
Minnesota do anything?
you got Gobert and you got yeah. I think that they move off of Nas Reed.
Okay.
And I'm only saying
You were
that
saying that earlier.
yeah, I see them moving off of Nas Reed.
Okay.
So yeah,
And
I
then Sacramento we say,
all three.
yeah. You think all three?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay. Does Philly do anything?
Nah, because Philly hasn't had enough time to see how it looks all together. Sacramento's had enough time, and it reeks in Sacramento. It doesn't. The stench is, as Pong often says, the stench
Oh
reeks.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So yeah, but with Philly, yeah, they've had injuries. Injuries have got the best of them so far. So they gotta give it time to see how it looks with all of them together playing.
Do the Clippers do anything?
I don't think anyone wants to do anything with the Clippers.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I think it's one of them things like because I mean, who are you trading for? You're not getting rid of. I'm saying you're not getting James Harden. You're
Yeah.
not getting Kawhi. Like so, who is it that they really want? I don't.
My last question to you that I got, and then I'm done. Does Memphis trade Ja Morant?
I think you have to. I think you
Mm,
got to, man. Because he ain't happy, man. He ain't happy. The coach ain't happy. It's bickering and clashing. Is and you've got young guys that you want to develop. Like they don't need to be in a they don't need to witness a dysfunctional locker room. They like get rid of him, get off of him, pause, so that you can have a clean slate and you can put your imprint on the team and, groom these young players the way you see fit. Because you got the second year player in Jalen Wells, and then you have your boy Cedric Coward. So
yeah.
you got those young guys, man. Nah, you want to groom them. And this coach, this is a young coach as well. So it's like he's got like Ja Morant was there before this coach got there
Yeah.
and wasn't a fan of this coach coming in, getting this spot. So yeah, it's like, man, you've already got rid of Desmond Bain. You've already got rid of what was the other Marcus Smart. He was there for a second, then he was out. Bain out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to get rid of Ja Morant. And then if Triple J is feeling some type of way, you got to move on him too.
Where do you send him? I'm with Scotty Boy. Where does he go? Where do you
Ja
send Ja
Morant,
Morant? And what do you ask for in return? Because obviously, some of the things that have transpired with him have, um, you know, diminished his value in the eyes of all players across the league. Not all NBA players. I'm saying uh, owners who would be players in the trade, so to speak. So all organizations are probably looking like, yeah, maybe what 5 years ago when you were talking a John Morant face of the league type deal, you'd have to give all kinds of picks and players and all kinds of things to get it done. But
I'd say,
now,
I'd say even 3 years ago.
yeah, well, but now what?
So now You go with send him to Chicago. You get Kobe White. You get or you either send him to Chicago for Kobe White and Vucevic, trying to get those two, or you look at sending him to Cleveland for Darius Garland.
Straight up?
Uh, yeah, why
No
not?
way. That sounds crazy.
You've got somebody that doesn't want to be there. If you can,
Darius Garland and Ja Morant on a straight up trade.
well, okay.
No
Let me
way.
let me. Okay, so you take. Let's go Darius Garland, and I'm trying to think of another player you could throw in there with Darius Garland. Um, their draft pick isn't going to be high. I mean,
Cleveland's isn't.
yeah, because they're going to make the playoffs. So you take Darius Garland. I gotta look at their roster.
And listen, Garland is cooking now. He's playing cool. Um, I mean, they got DeAndre Hunter.
They're not coming off.
They definitely not coming off of Evan Mobley.
No, they're not.
Um, Lonzo Ball.
Man, what's his name? Just was talking about Lonzo, saying he's cooked. Jeff Teague
Oh, dang, Teague.
was like, man,
Jared Allen.
I think that might be too much. Darius Garland and Jared Allen for Ja Morant. I think
Okay, Ja Morant in, you know,
if they,
they have to be a third team. You have
yeah,
to get a third team in the mix.
yeah, but those two, the Ja Morant and Darius Garland,
If
yeah,
they're the main pieces, but something else has to come along with that. Like I just can't see it being a straight up for those two. Like something else has to happen. I think they could be the two main pieces, but then how does Ja Morant fit in Cleveland playing
Donovan Mitchell.
playing alongside Donovan Mitchell? I
I,
don't know if that's a good combination.
they ain't gonna win no championship, but they'll be exciting.
Okay.
Cleveland's got their one
All
championship.
right. If exciting is what you're going for.
LeBron got their one.
Cleveland, this
Yeah,
is for you.
absolutely.
All right, man. Shit, I ain't got nothing else for you.
Shout out to LeBron, the ultimate warrior. That
Uh,
was classic.
Now it's time to get up out of here, dog. There you go. All right, man. Anything else you got for the people, man?
I ain't got nothing for you, man.
I ain't got nothing for you, man. All right, man. Listen, appreciate y'all. Scotty boy, you was in the building, man. Appreciate you. I know Alf was in here earlier, so I appreciate you. I saw some other folks in, man, not in the chat, but I did see the numbers go up some. So, if you were in here or you're still around, hopefully you can subscribe, like, share, tell folks about us. We're going to be on here again. We're trying to do this every Wednesday. Um, we'll try to send out uh notice beforehand, but right now it's looking like around meet us around here about 7:30. Right. PST or PT, depending on the time of year. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all for running the wing with us, man. We out of here.
Peace out.